Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night. We're going to dive on in, get a little clarity. We are going to start with a love-focused reading. We will see where it goes from there. This reading's timeless, so whenever it finds you, it's the right time. See what resonates, leave what doesn't. Remember that divine inner guidance is in you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. I'm going to pull I feel like a bunch of messages in the beginning from the Love Angel Oracle, and then we'll clarify from there. But let's get the foundation. So let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What would be helpful for the collective watching this reading to know when it comes to love and matters of the heart? What are the foundational messages that would be helpful, please, and thank you. Redirect your thoughts. So some of you have to change your thought patterns, what you're thinking about. Refocus. So it's not judging yourself if you're thinking weird or you get a little down on yourself or things aren't quite working out. Just redirect it to possibilities, solutions. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not on what you fear what will happen. So don't get stuck in scenario land here and over analyzing all that could go wrong. Think about how it could possibly go right, or what you would like to manifest in. What kind of experiences would get you excited to have, to be in. Let's get another message. Oh yeah, that's a biggie. You got a twin flame energy. So there's a divine connection that you know about or absolutely wants to come in, but you have to be in the right vibration for this to come in. So you have to redirect your thoughts into self-love first, recognizing how valuable you are. And if you have this divine partnership that wants to come into your life, it is something that is protected by God. It's also happening in divine timing. It's where you have a connection coming in or you know about in your life. And regardless of that label, it is so divine. It escalates your soul. It really catapults your spirituality and somebody else's. That's how you know it's a divine partnership. There's more synchronicities that happen than you can even explain. There's probably also a feeling about a certain person that you can't put into words. It makes no sense. It's probably something really confusing, and yet the most true thing you've ever felt in your life. So this person is your mirror soul. This is why the connection feels so sacred to you. Why a certain person you will meet or you know about is just never comparable to anybody else, period. Just different, unusual, exceptional. There's a vibrational match. But remember, with a mirror energy, it doesn't mean this person's exactly like you. It often means that this is somebody who is in your life and they are in yours to reflect that opposing or opposite energy so that you help heal each other and have even more tremendous spiritual growth, because you get to see the different facets about you and them that would only be like really seen, like inwardly, with that particular vibration, that particular person, and that particular reflection of opposites. So it's also opposites attract. Tell us more about the twin flame, and that it's well, of course, if you have a twin flame energy, a divine union, there's no conditions on that other person. There's a complete unconditional love and allowance for the person to be their authentic self, however they are. You just love them. You love everything about them. All the weird facets, all the beautiful facets, all of that seems beautiful. The love between you and your person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away because it's divinely meant to be. You and somebody signed up for this experience on a soul level, but it's probably something you signed up for, not just to skip through the daisies and go, you know, go the easy route. It usually means there's something really big that you are learning, but it's different than a karmic lesson. It's not that kind of lesson. This is not a person that you meet or met and then maybe detach to or have distance with, and you feel better that you're not with that person. That's a karmic, where you actually feel a relief. You feel like you learned a lesson, that door is closed, moving on to the next. And that can even be a soulmate energy, or it can be a soulmate karmic energy. But that's usually where you learn that lesson, you have some growth, you make some changes, and then there's a new energy that comes through, but you don't really look back. There's not a looking back or a looking forward. There's just an it always is and always will be kind of energy. It's so much bigger. And there's nothing that can wedge in between this kind of love. But also with unconditional love here, if you are giving somebody your unconditional love, no matter how deeply you feel about a person, if somebody is not recognizing how special you are, how much you are worth, the value of your soul, and you are being treated less than or accepting less than, it is perfectly okay to unconditionally love somebody from afar, to be in that space or that separation or that energy. Because if somebody is pulling you down or really not valuing your worth, you don't have to stop loving someone, but you don't have to take anyone who's draining your energy or making you feel less than, or even acting in a way that is undeserving of what you have to give. So even with a divine partnership, there might be somebody who is learning how to love themselves, or learning what it is to love with this unconditional love, especially if it's something so different than they ever experienced. That's a lot to process if there's nothing to compare it to. So everybody's lessons are different. Everyone's path and journey is unusual and special. So there's no reason to compare whatever your journey is, or how a certain partnership unfolds, how it comes in and what you go through, to any other partnership you've been in. You can learn from other partnerships more about yourself, but this is a learning process. And it's extremely personal if it's a twin flame or divine union. But it's also something that you're meant to experience. So you have to allow that free will for someone to figure something out, to come in when someone feels ready. And if something is out of your control right now, you put that beautiful, divine, unconditional love and attention into filling up your own cup, making your vibration amazeballs, so you are solid, independent, feeling good, and doing something in your life that you already love to do, and you're that right vibrational match for somebody, especially if you're connected via vibration to, because if they're connected to you like that, they're feeling your energy whether you're there or not. So if you're overly focused on them or not, putting that right love into yourself, that's also felt. It also makes something take longer to come together. So this is inner work that you can do that reflects the outer situation and beautiful things you are manifesting in your own life. You're manifesting each other, but there's also self-work here, as well as healing one another. It's a complicated situation coming through with these little love angels. So let's see. I also know on this channel that that message does come out quite a bit. So there's definitely, you know, a group of you that are going through this situation or confused about a situation that feels just different, really, really special, and you can't ever quite put your finger on it, and yet you know something. I even see that a lot of you keep something to yourself. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 people that you really express how deep you feel about someone, but I feel like you can't really express it so well with words, even to your bestie, you know, or like a close family member. So even when you're trying to explain it, it's just like almost like you question yourself, did that even make any sense? So I mean, I feel like it might not, but yet it does. It makes more sense than anything else you ever felt. So let's get 3 more and balance this out. So tell us a little more about redirecting your thoughts. Forgive, that's a good place. That makes movement, that makes growth. Forgive and release. That's whatever I was saying before with the just kind of letting it go, letting somebody go, allowing free will, sending love, sending prayers. I mean, God is on your side here. The universe is working in your favor and someone else's. And when you forgive, it never condones someone's actions. People mess up in life. This is forgiving yourself for actions that you did or did not take, things you did or did not say. Do you have self-awareness that you don't want to do that weird pattern or that weird thing again? So, not going to do that. Lesson learned. Check, check. And if it's somebody else, it's up to them to learn that lesson. If you get communication and you get to express, you know, maybe your forgiveness, like I look at that can't happen anymore. This is a boundary now. Like, I'm forgiving you, but that can't happen again. So maybe it is about boundaries. Maybe some of you don't get to have that conversation. Maybe you do in the future. But even energetically, to release that beautiful, really strong vibration of forgiveness, what it does is it releases you. Anyone else's lesson is up to them to learn, whether they do or they don't. Whether they have self-reflection and self-awareness or they do not. Whether they make those changes or they keep, you know, repeating a pattern. Totally up to them. That's outside your field of control. So to release and offer forgiveness just freed up your energy. It just made your aura bigger. It just opened you up vibrationally to any blocks you were giving yourself by holding on to that big anchor of the past weird situation or argument or misunderstanding or whatever. And opened up that beautiful space for beautiful opportunities to come in. It's a beautiful high vibration reflection beaming out of your soul, your auric field, your vibrations. And it feels like, just to do that, even if it's just speaking out there, you know what? I forgive. Literally, like, it's like a weight will be lifted immediately. So it says you are stronger when you carry love and forgiveness rather than anger. Anger is a real emotion. Sometimes you have to work through it, but you work through it. You don't let it overpower or control you. All right, let's clarify the twin flame, please. True love. Unconditional love, true love. I'm also getting, what is that love? Like, love is patient, love is kind, love does not judge. True love, this is, I mean, if it's this kind of energy, it's not just about the chemistry. It's so much deeper. There are so many facets and layers to it. It's a constant unfolding, like a continually blooming lotus that loses its petals and just keeps growing new ones. It's like, you know, the eternal flower of strength, because that lotus comes out of a muddy situation. It grows stronger out of the muck, out of the weird. So sometimes, unfortunately, you got to have a little weird, you know, to see what that light is. This is the romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. That's beautiful. You know, some of you are probably like, well, where is it? Where are they? Where is this lasting love? It's probably going to come when you least expect it, you know? So right now, just know something, it's in the cards here. It's coming in for you. So the best thing you can do is follow your joy. What just makes you happy today? What would you love to do that you've never gotten to try? Follow that enthusiasm and excitement in your soul that sparks you up and see where it takes you. Let's get one more on unconditional love. Clarify unconditional love. The love between you and your person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away from you. I feel like that's a lot of confidence too. I feel like maybe for some of you, that was either a lesson you were learning, just one of the many, but also maybe your person was maybe lack of confidence that you were deserving of something so amazeballs. So maybe this is somebody stepping more into their personal power, recognizing they do deserve something so special and unique, powerful and true. So if there was anybody that thought somebody else was going to take it away, I mean, maybe somebody had to make a wrong choice or two to see that, yeah, you can't compare it to what I had before, or maybe somebody had past weird experiences and then they may meet you and you look like a fairy tale, a fantasy, a miracle that came in their life. Like, where did you come from? Did you just fall from heaven? But somebody needs some time with that. But without those other experiences that weren't quite the same, they wouldn't know how different you are. If you're in the energy where you are worried, I definitely feel like you should have all the confidence in the world here, because there's no head is going to turn to anyone that is more incredible than you, at least to this person. I just heard you are the most beautiful soul they have ever seen. And that was a really nice way that message came through, because it wasn't about how you look on the outside, although obviously there is a lot of chemistry here. So they are really into you, but it's that they're in love with your soul. That's so beautiful. These messages are really beautiful. All right, let's get one more. Clarify unconditional love. Unconditional. I just thought of Unforgettable. Unforgettable. That's what you are. That's pretty. What a pretty song to come through. Be present. That's the following your joy. You will. That's exactly the message that you needed to hear. Be present. Be in the now. The now is the time that you have. Can't get lost in the past. You can think about the future, but don't get too wrapped up. It might not happen exactly as you planned anyway. So be in the now. You will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you are, be all there. If you have to do the dishes and that's feeling boring, put on an amazing song, dance in your underwear, and, sing around your house while you put your groceries away. Make it more fun. How can you make something fun for you? So that you get to do it. Not that you just have to do it. I have to do this today. I have to do that again. What do you get to do? And if there's nothing that you feel excited about, how can you put something in your life today that you feel excited about, where you're proud of yourself? You're like, oh, I'm really glad I did that research, or I made those plans, or I called that person, or I tried that thing. I just saw somebody who has a gift certificate and you've never used it. So maybe some of you have a gift certificate for something, a massage, I don't know, getting your nails done, something for a restaurant, maybe even something that you can buy. Somebody gave you like one of those gift certificates for your birthday or something. It's like $50 at this store. Maybe you have that in your wallet. Maybe you need to go buy yourself something kind of fun. Get yourself a little gift. Why wait for somebody else to buy it for you? I do feel like some of you have something like kind of stashed away. Maybe you're going to find something, but maybe it's time to turn in that little coupon. Get your foot massage already. All right, let's see. I don't even know what to do now. That was a lot of messages. Let's let's continue to go big, and then maybe just dive right into the tarot. I'm going to go a different direction with this reading than I thought, but I sometimes feel like going with the flow is better than anything I could have planned. So let's get a message from the universe. What is a big message that would be helpful today to hear, to know? Please and thank you. Well, I'm so excited. I just saw the first line, and that gave me goosies on my arms. So get ready. I'm ready to clap for you. I'm getting all excited. I need some popcorn. So awesome. Because get ready. You're going to be celebrating something very special soon. You're going to be so full of joy and happiness. It will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. Be ready for it. This is your preparation time. This is when you're up, emptying the weird stuff, organizing something in your life, making some extra room for something to come in, but making your own life a little extra spicy right now because you need to expect something amazeballs coming in. It's already happening. You already signed up, on a soul level here. It's just maybe, your conscious ego self when you're down here. We come down here and we have to forget, unfortunately. Part of, being here is the forget part. Because if we knew everything that was to come, we wouldn't go through the lessons. So, here we get a little peekaroo. It doesn't really tell you everything, though. It's just a little peek. We know that's coming in, but you still have to bring this energy to you. You still have to make all of these messages personal for your journey, for your situation. Sometimes I get specific things like a foot massage, but for some of you, I don't know why I just saw someone getting their car detailed. That was so weird. Maybe it's that. Maybe you always wanted to get your car detailed. You wanted it to be metallic, amazing orange and have flames on the side. Maybe now's the time to do it. Express yourself however you feel. I just got a vision of a hot air balloon, like a balloon ride. Maybe some of you have always wanted to do something like that. Now I see skydiving, and now I see somebody fishing, and that just brought me. Oh, I always go to fishing in the dark when I think of fishing. That's such a good song. I'm such a dork. That's one of my top songs that I love. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Maybe you have to get to the nitty gritty of a situation. Maybe you have to dig your hands in the dirt and make something tangible and real and not just be up there in the ether and fantasy. You get all that divine energy, but it's meant to ground you. It's meant to help you grow, but you have to be a part of it. So you and me go fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars when the cool grass grows. Down by the river on a full moonlight, we'd be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. I don't know if you know that song, but I love it. All right. Oh, I like that came through. All right, what did I grab? I don't even know. The cosmic cycles. Yeah, let's go to the tarot. Let's get some clarity on a situation that's going on. What would be helpful to know when it comes to redirect your thoughts? That's completely up to you. I feel like part of this, these two together as well, this forgiveness, is forgiving yourself on, I just heard, letting your thoughts go weird. Everyone's thoughts go a little bit weird here and there throughout the day. It's just a lot of people get sucked into or swallowed by all of those weird thoughts instead of having that big awareness, that big conscious that thinks about that thought that you just thought of and is no, that was kind of weird. Why did I think of that? Let's change directions here and replace it with something amazing. That instantly neutralizes that negative thought and starts to rewire your brain to constantly redirect towards positive thoughts and vibrations. I just see possibilities instead of what went wrong. So forgive and then release. Also, that release energy is really big with manifestation. It's like when you do really, you know, feel that calling towards something that is a desire, you still have to leave it open-ended, that God in the universe will open it up to bigger and brighter possibilities, and maybe you put in a little box. So you feel that thing you want to manifest. You put yourself where you can vividly see every detail and how you would be in that situation and how it makes you feel, and then you forget about it. That's like the conundrum. You can't keep putting energy into something. You have to sort of feel it, want it, desire it, imagine it, embody it, and then totally forget about it and leave it go. And that's where it has time out there to work out, you know, in the best light possible. It's not when you're holding on that it comes. It's when you literally forget about it. I don't know why I just heard a breathing miracle, like you give your miracle room to breathe. Something's gonna feel like a breath of fresh air. Maybe you need to go get a breath of fresh air. Maybe you need to walk outside, walk around the block, connect to nature. The Four of Swords is healing. It's sleeping beautiful at night. You have the 10 of Wands here. You are really strong. There's something that you're building and you can do it. It's like this girl watched a YouTube thing and she's like, oh yeah, I got this. I can build my own house. I don't need any help. I watched a YouTube thing. I know how to put that foundation in. But maybe this is somebody that doesn't have to do it alone. Because sometimes this is somebody insisting on doing something the hardest way possible. But I would, you know, unless whoever this is very multifaceted and skilled in everything from plumbing to electricity, this is probably somebody that at some point is going to have to hire the right professional to come on over and help her build this house or whatever she is putting together here. Or she's going to have to do some extra training to do it all herself. But the 10 of Wands is where you or someone is ready to release the burdens. I feel like the 10 of Wands is whatever we were just into here with the forgiveness, because that can feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, or to put pressure on something having to happen already. That's also a weight. This is where somebody takes that weight off of their spirit and puts that work into working smarter, not necessarily harder. It's a big release of energy that takes you to that beautiful flame of the 1 after the 10, that brand new start. So this is a cycle that maybe was really heavy. It's about to be over. You're ready to let something go. Release that heavy weight, release that baggage, come back into this 4 of Swords energy of peacefulness. Because this is usually tranquility, taking a break. If it's upside down, it's not feeling like you can ever take a break. Like all of this weight has to be on your back because you're the only one that can do it. But that's only true if you believe it, or if you refuse to be adjustable on how it could be a different way, especially if this is where you're heading to burnout, burning the candle on both ends and taking on so much that you don't balance it out with enough sleep here. Meditation. Because the 4 of Swords is usually where you don't overanalyze something. You go to a truce. You make something connect in your center. I always see it as like meditation. Interesting, because meditation fires up both sides of the old noggin and or brain there, as does music. So maybe it's about playing that right song. I did see somebody doing the dishes with awesome music on. Maybe it's even this. Maybe that job feels so much easier, you know, with the right playlist on. Maybe this is somebody that is starting to practice more and more. I feel like there's something about having something in front of your face. I'm getting a little bit of vision board energy. Seeing something there does help it manifest. Maybe that's a really helpful thing for some of you to do. Go back to like 3rd grade, get out your glue your glue and your scissors and your glitter. And I have glitter here somewhere. It's like, I feel like I should bring my glitter out for you guys. Hold on, I'm gonna get it. Pause that at 3003. That's so cool. That's a mirroring image. So I had this out around Valentine's Day. I'm gonna get messy for you guys. We're gonna get a little visual. We're gonna put, oh my God, I'm gonna have to clean this up later. we're gonna get you some, can you see how pretty it is? It's like the prettiest glitter ever. Wait, where's the camera? All right, we're gonna put some glitter here. And we're gonna make this extra sparkly with these beautiful, I thought they were hearts, but they're actually just dots. And get a little visual here. So get out your glitter, get yourself a vision board, things that you want to accomplish the next year or in your life, whatever. No matter how far-fetched it seems, put it on there. When you see something in front of your face and you are reminded of those amazing things you want to experience all of the time, then when you're out and about, going throughout your day, doing the daily grind here, you know, under pressure situations, you remember easily those things that you know, want to have as open doors and possibilities that come in your life. So you start to maybe have more conversations about that place in the world that you want to go. Maybe that opens up, I just heard a vacation package or a flight plan. Is that a thing? Maybe somebody has some info for you on some place you want to go. It's also where you synchronistically have situations appear in your life, because that's an inner reflection, because you keep seeing it. So it's going to eventually reflect out there on how that could happen and manifest and come in. The Four of Swords is feeling at peace in your soul, at peace in yourself, at peace in exactly where you are right now, being present. This person looks like they're like riding the bus. They have their little ukulele out. I just thought of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, but that really pretty version. I cannot say his name. It's the longest name ever. But I think his first name is Israel. And he looks like he like, I don't know. He looks like he's nervous to go on a date. He has some flowers there. It's like either he had to get home and take the bus home. Maybe his date didn't show up, or maybe he's a little nervous about arriving, singing that little love song to the person he's been thinking about. He doesn't think he's good enough. I feel like if he's singing a little love song on a ukulele, it's going to be very well received. It's really cute. All right, let's clarify both of these. Why is the Four of Swords coming in? Tell us about the Four of Swords. It's also the energy of truce, compromise. That's the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Look at this. Whoever this is got the groove back. This is somebody on their skateboard, somebody who is definitely thinking more clearly, maybe thinking more clearly about where they feel peaceful or the movement and momentum they need to get there. This person looks almost like it should be, it almost looks like it should be like a fire card. It looks like a lot of enthusiasm. I don't know what that's called when you have a skateboard and you go up the thing. You know what it's called, like skateboard terms. Maybe put that in the comments. Maybe somebody also snowboards, like a dirt bike, motorcycle, something kind of exciting. It's giving me like X Games vibes. But the Knight of Swords is somebody that now is heading towards a conversation, probably they want to have with you, or this is you heading towards someone and being very real, clear, direct, intelligent, funny, open-minded about everything you want to speak about. This is not somebody who holds back. It could be this way where somebody did have some blinders on. They didn't recognize what was right around the corner, that it maybe wasn't the right terrain to bring that skateboard with. But if somebody has the blinders on too much, they might be missing the bigger picture. If somebody only is looking at the bigger picture, they could not have the right focus to get them through to a person, or have that communication, or have that direct line of action that usually correlates to, I just see that map, like a plan. This is usually somebody that's got a plan and now they're moving towards it. It's a very fast energy. But it's somebody that usually takes a logical approach, but it's swords, it's mind. And over here, what do we have? We have the musician. So maybe this is somebody who's thinking both logically and intuitively, which is a really good place to start a journey from. And it looks like the journey is taking somebody towards ultimate happiness. That gives me Four of Swords vibes, but it's the Ten of Cups. Whether there are people around so happy, they're like crying. They're watching this couple dance in love. This is a fairy tale wish come true. This is a happily ever after coming in. This is somebody who wants to go into an experience very fast towards that happily ever after. Could be somebody that needed to put down some extra baggage and or really willing to put in the extra time it takes, the time it takes. I just thought of India RA, Ready for Love. That's a really beautiful song. If you've never heard that from the playlist, please listen to it. It's so beautiful. I am ready for love. Why are you hiding from me? I gladly give my freedom to enjoy your captivity. Lately, I've been thinking maybe it's not ready for me. So I can't get the words, but listen to it. If the Ten of Cups is upside down, it could be somebody that released a situation that never turned out to be the happily ever after, which can be any partnership you go in that maybe was long-term, that you saw potential with, that you thought would be the one, and then you got on a different page, or you started to move at different paces or go in different directions. You started to grow apart. The chemistry went away. You stopped seeing eye to eye. And sometimes that Ten of Cups is recognizing that may not have been the wish come true. But it looks like here somebody is at peace, knowing maybe both an ending, but a new beginning is on its way. Because you have two tens. That's definitely an ending that's taking you to new energy. But this looks like a beginning. That happily ever after always has the dot, dot, dot. That happily ever after, that happiness, is also a reality check that down here, it's not a happy day every day, but it's choosing to enter into something that you want to grow with. It looks like a partnership here with that energy of love, unconditional love. And the reality is so much better than the fantasy or the fairy tale, because you get to be in the experience. So let's clarify the Ten of Wands. Tell us about that Ten of Wands, getting organized, delegating duties, maybe having somebody help, doing something in a different way. But I feel like this is definitely you or someone else already building the life you want. I'd be pretty impressed, I must say, if I met, because this is a feminine energy, if I met this feminine energy and then got to see her beautiful house and she's like, yeah, I built it. You're like, what? Like, okay, you're the most amazing person I've ever met in my life. And then you have the Three of Cups. So look at these girls. The Three of Cups, you have like two of these energies here that are definitely a party, a wedding. This is you right now, connecting to the people you already have in your life that you love being around. Recognizing those friends, family members, people that you work with, whatever, where you feel lifted after being around their energy. You feel better when you go out with them. Even if you had a weird day, this is the one that believes in you and they're like, come on, let's go get Ben and Jerry's. Let's go cry about it together. The Three of Cups is where you can be really different from a group or one other person, but yet you groove together. You have fun together. With these two together, I feel like maybe you have helpful people around you that would help you carry those beams across the living room that's not quite built floor. I feel like they'd probably make it more fun. The Three of Cups is usually a celebratory celebration energy. Maybe some of you have been working really hard, and it's going to be really beneficial for your mind, your future, your peace here to... I see like mix and mingle a little bit, or just like go out with your friends, take a day off, do something fun. It's fun energy. It could also be, we'll look at everything both ways. If you have the 10 of Wands here, and that is a heavy ass energy and a burden, the weight of the world, you might feel a lot of weight because you have, if this is upside down, a lot of mean people or low vibrational people who are draining your battery. They are draining your energy. They are in that energy of gossip or putting shade on others to make them glow better, which doesn't usually work. And that would be vibrationally felt. It probably would also be something that would be stressful and straining to keep people that you didn't groove with in your life. Because you always, it's like vampire energy. You always feel a little worse after you've been around them. And it's up to you to drop that baggage, or to release your hold. Also forgive, but maybe not give so much of your energy. Sometimes you have people like that, and they are around you, but it's if you let it bother you. I feel like some of you might recognize energies like that, and you kind of let people get to you, and now you're just like, oh, that's just the way they are. I'm not even gonna think about it. And just kind of release how you think about that situation rather than let it stress you out. But in this particular deck, that looks like a fun group of people to hang out with. It's also a bus stop. There's something about a stop or getting on the bus. Because here this person's on the bus. Here you have this cool group of girls at the bus stop. Maybe you're going out with your girls or your boys. You didn't know this musician just had a weird day. And these girls get on the bus here and they're like, do you play the ukulele? And he's like, yeah, I just had a really bad gig. Or I just totally like didn't do good in that audition. And they're like, play us a song. You know, maybe these are the girls that know like the DJ. They get your song on the radio the next day. Or maybe this is the love of one of their lives. You never knew you'd meet that dude with the ukulele on a bus when you're just hanging out with your girls. Let's get one more. One more final message overall that would be helpful to know. Please and thank you. That you're going, what did I just say about getting your song on the radio? Maybe the person knows the right producer to get you in the studio. These girls were like, yo, we met this guy or this girl on the bus and they had a ukulele, and you got to hear their thing. You got to hear their song. This is the universe manifesting for you. This is just an example. But this is where you work with someone that has a different skill than you, and together you work better. It could be this person in your life. There's only two people here. One person, you know, he's on the computer, he does all that stuff. The other one's like, I don't even know what that computer thing is. I can't even turn my phone on, but I can sing, you know? And the two together have these golden albums on the wall. Make magic together. But this is looking at where you are valued for whatever skill it is you have, and where your time is valued, and where together, usually with the three, and usually this involves something you're working on, whether it be a project, a side project, your actual job or career, or working on a partnership together, to grow together, to make magic together, to build something beautiful together. Maybe it starts with one song. Maybe it was a breakup song over there, but maybe it goes into a love song. But how do you go past being a one-hit wonder and continue to be the one that constantly reinvents themselves? Upside down, It's where you're not appreciated or nothing's building. At the bottom is justice. So something big in 11 energy coming back into balance. Here it looks like there's a judge so bored to listen to these two people arguing. I feel like both of these people don't even want to hear each other argue anymore. Maybe some of you are going through something with the justice system or a Libra energy. Maybe it's you as this person here, always sort of having different energies, you know, butt heads or whatever around you, and you are that peaceful. Where's your peace? That peaceful force in between. That could even be family members. You have a wedding here. But justice comes in when it felt more weird before that decision was made, and whatever is coming through, whether it be, I mean, if we take out these arguing people here and we put two people getting married, justice of the peace, it could be a simple wedding. This could be where somebody needs a little outside help to see the higher perspective, you know, every side of that story for paperwork or property. It could even be a divorce if it's, you know, dividing up assets, you know, home, all that stuff. But whatever needs to be put back into balance, whatever you are signing on the line to begin, or putting paperwork and, you know, a decision for something to end, it's overall going to bring balance back everywhere. Everyone just feels better once a decision is made, because before that, it's like the scales constantly going like this, and it's constantly an uncomfortable feeling before it feels like, okay, that's done. Now we can move on. But it's looking at something through an elevated perspective. You have to look at the reality of the facts, the figures, the situation, but also have that spiritual perspective to see how everybody has their own truth. Everyone does have their own perception, depending on their own journey. But sometimes one person can only want to see their own perspective, and that's all that matters, and they never try to see the other person's, you know, side of the coin, steps they walked in. And that could be one person really selfish, one person really open-minded. Hopefully it's two people really open-minded that want to work together. But sometimes there's a mismatch. 'Tis life. Wherever there was a mismatch, when justice comes in, it's about to go towards a match. It's going to be put back in the adjustment into harmony, and it always feels like a relief. So let's go to the mystery deck. Let's just get a couple of final messages from here. What are some final messages that would be helpful today? Please and thank you. I feel like that's a very beautiful, very appropriate message for this reading. Let's fill your own cup. Not relying on someone else to have to do it for you. It's also having open, you know, the open energy that somebody that wants to fill your cup can. You have to be open to that, but they have to be open if you want to fill their cup. In the meantime, it's always good to have your cup mostly full. Fill up your own gas tank, your spiritual gas tank. Recognize how valuable you are. Recognize the equality of give and take, so it is balanced. It's always better if it's 100%, 100%. Yeah. Unconditional love. True love. Twin flame. And I never got to feel love this true before. And this could be how you feel, how someone else feels. It feels like maybe it goes both ways. This is something really true. It's a big reading today. I'm going to leave that with that. I feel like that was our final message. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I hope these messages were helpful to you. I appreciate you joining me, and I feel so incredibly blessed to be here with you every day. Thank you. And with that, I bid you adieu. Enjoy the rest of your day or night or middle of the night, and I very much look forward to seeing you mañana.